Salut tout le monde, c'est Fog. On se retrouve aujourd'hui pour un live sur Fire Emblem Radiant Down. Possiblement le dernier. D'ailleurs. On s'était laissé la dernière fois après avoir fini la troisième partie, d'avoir battu des Genshir, du coup.
Oh, goddess, will you please stop? Is this not enough? Your sister regrets all she has done. If you look closely at any of these actions and their unintended consequences, you will see they were all born of fear. Fear that you would expunge her from yourself. If you would but allow her back within you, this would surely never happen again.
You name's chaos. She's the imperfection of my being. It is because of her that I have done this thing that cannot be undone. No matter how I admonished you, you would not stop fighting. There was nothing I could do. Every day my beloved children were killed. Killed by others of my beloved children. With every death, my rage and sorrow grew, until I could control myself no longer. My emotions burst forth, and I raised the land. Furious storms savaged the heavens. Roiling waters rose in tremendous floods. Lives were lost beyond count. I will purge chaos from within myself. Never again will I allow myself to commit such atrocities. I will become a goddess to properly guide and protect my people. I will become perfect.
But to nullify half of your being, we were terribly, monstrously wrong to suggest it. You shouldn't have to bear the weight of our foolish ideas.
I was just lonely. My other cat spent all her time worrying about the lagoons in New York. She said she was going to erase me. I was only playing. I never meant to hurt so many.
I understand, Junie.
I won't do it again. I love all of you too. You paid attention to me. I don't want to go away. It would be lonely, and I don't like being lonely. I want to stay here with all of you.
Goddess, I have a suggestion. If we here of our own will were to make a pledge to coexist, there would be no need to erase Yumi, would there? In which case, we give you our solemn oath. Never again will either the Lagoons or Eork seek the extermination of the other. So, Dickensia, this is agreeable, is it not? I do not accept your pledge. Why? I cannot believe you. You are living creatures created in our image. You cannot seal away Yune must not exist. My decision has not changed.
In that case, Goddess, would you consider an alternative to such drastic measures? We shall use the power of sage magic to seal Yune in this medallion. Someday, and it may be in the far distant future, someday we may be able to earn your trust, Goddess. In the hope of that day arriving, refrain from annihilating Yune, please.
In my eyes, imprisoning Yune and destroying her are the same thing. If the chaos and disaster that Yune begets can be averted, I have no objection. I do not know, however, if Yune will submit to such confinement.
Goddess Yune, please hear me. I will never give up. Someday, I will see you restored to yourself. Please. Do not look so sad. I will always be with you. I will sing to you. You will not be lonely. I promise.
Bon. Comme je disais, c'était la dernière fois après avoir battu Degenshire. À cette heure, Naga lui peut rester transformé en permanence. Puis du coup, à partir d'ici, je crois que les chapitres sont... Ben, ce chapitre-ci est relativement plus facile que les autres qu'on a eu avant. They're getting stronger and stronger. Whose memory are those? I know him. Everyone, Ashera's nearby, just beyond the door. That's where we'll find her. We made it, finally. You should know, Ashera may have changed since before her slumber. Orders and chaos are meant to naturally balance each other out. If you take one away, balance is lost. I don't expect Ashera to have the merest shred of compassion. Talking to her is will likely do no good. We don't have much choice. If talking won't work, we have to use force. Otherwise, this has all been for nothing. How about you? What do you mean? Are you completely chaotic? Are you out of balance? As far as I can tell, you don't seem to lean too far in either you don't seem to lean too far in either direction. Ashera and I see things a little differently. During my long sleep, I was wrapped in sweet and gentle music. Aaron Galder? Yes, but the more important than the song itself, I was never alone. There was always someone singing comfort to me. Ashera shouldn't have isolated herself. She became lonely and bitter, and lost touch with her people. Hold on. These things won't budge. What's wrong with it? Those doors cannot be opened. They have been sealed with powerful magic. Severon, you're all right. I'm so relieved to see you. I'm sorry to have been a cause for concern, Apostle. Forgive me. Severon, there's something I need to tell you. I'm not a true apostle. I didn't mean to abuse your trust. I've known that for some time, Seneki. Don't forget, that I was almost a father for her to you. It honestly doesn't make any difference to me whether or not you can hear the goddess. Severon, thank you for having always been there for me. Empress, you shouldn't tell him about General. Empress, shouldn't you tell him about General Zelgius? Yes, I suppose I should. Severon, Zelgius is dead. I know you put a lot of trust in him, but he was also closely allied to Dane. I'm sure you've heard of Dane's so-called Black Knight, Sephiron. The Black Knight was Zelgius. But that's probably not news to you, is it? After all, it was you he was taking order from. What? Ike, what are you saying? A man like Zelgius could never serve conflicting interests. Never. Everything he did it because of one. Everything he did for one master. Isn't that so, Sephiroth? I think I understand. You wanted to monitor events on the you wanted to monitor events from the within Danes. You sent Jelgius as a spy. Precisely. I felt it I felt it important to observe King Ashnard carefully. That was my goal. At the time, it was relatively easy to get an outsiders close to the king. Ashnard was famous for employing powerful men with no regard for their background or social status. Obviously, he would have needed no convincing once he saw the blade work of General Zelgius. The Black Knight tried to take the medallion from my father and killed him. Tell me, Sephiron, whose plan was that? Ashnard's or yours? Calm down, Ike. Sephiron, would you please explain? Sir Ike, I'm afraid your father's death was an unfortunate result of Zelgius' own personal agenda. I did not order Sir Gawain's killed. However, I must admit that I did ask him to seize the medallion and hand it over to King Ashnard. The goddess was to be freed, and all living creature destroyed. Hmm. Come again? You're insane! I couldn't be more sane, Sir I. Attend and learn. My aims has always been to wake Ashera so that she might pass judgment on all the people of the world. What I needed was a war that would spread across. What I needed was a war that would spread all across the continent. How could I achieve this? My intention turned to the young Dane's prince. I could use the fairy Ashnard for my purpose. He was ambitious, a fierce warrior, and more than anything, he had an earnest desire to change the world. When I allowed him to know of the goddess sealed inside the medallion, he became determined to set her free. He could use the Aaron's Galdar or a massive, continent-spanning war to throw the world into chaos. Lord Severon, what are you saying? Are you saying you wanted this? You cannot be serious! Sanaki, my long life has shown me the people of this world deserve only destruction. The selfishness, the brutality, the disregard for others, the endlessly quarreling Lgus and Bjork. We have been giving many chances to correct our behavior and ourselves, and have squandered them all. The only remaining hope for a peaceful, orderly world is for Ashera to wipe us all and to begin again. To fulfill my ambition of destroying all being. I had to use you and to betray you. This is some kind of monstrous joke. This is some kind of monstrous joke. So, you've been pulling the string all along. Correct. Beyond just Empress Tsunagi, you were trusted by a lot of people. Saffron, I need to understand. Did you really betray all those people? I did. I don't get it. Why would you wake the goddess to pass judgment on us? Tell us why. How could you want that? It wouldn't make any difference if I told you. You would have to live a few centuries before you could understand. Years ago, my father went into hiding with the medallion. At the time, he got help from both you and Zelgius. Does this have anything to do with that? You seem to have sparked a distant memory of mine. Answer me! Did you do this? I'm sorry, I can't tell you. At least, not in any way you would understand. Then I have to make you talk. This can't be happening. I won't fight you, Saffron. I can't. Parasanaki, you'll have no choice but to fight. The doors leading to Asheras are sealed by my very own magic. Killing me is your only way through. Saffron, so it was you. All those memories penetrating my mind were yours. Since we entered this place, I've seen what you've been thinking, Leirance. Give it up! Goddess Tunes, why do you insist on calling me that name? I discarded it so long ago, you. I've changed. Liran is a thing of the past. All I want now is the end of all that is. Please don't stop me. Liran. You're running out of time. At this rate, I wouldn't count on being able to face the goddess. I would hate to see you denied after coming all this way. Well, now you know who brought you here and why. I suppose that just leave our fight to the death to take care of. Bon. Fait que, désormais, on a Gareth et Nazir. On a des infos aussi. Ancient history. I am about to tell you a very old story. A story you should know. As the new king of Goldoa. This is one of the oldest and most heavily guarded secrets in all of Telius. You will find no trace of it in any history of Saga. Or Saga. If it's that important, maybe we should go somewhere else. Other people might hear us. What do you think, Nazir? I called upon Lady Mikaea because I felt that she would know the story as well. No, I think now is the time to let everyone know. Would that be alright, Your Majesty? There will be no secrets from now on. Tell us everything. As you wish, Your Majesty. In the dawn of this age, after the goddesses began their long slumber, the kingdom of Bayon was established. In those early days, Laguz and Bjork lived side by side in harmony and peace. Yes, That kingdom would become the Banyan Empire. The hero Altina was chosen to be the kingdom's first queen. Lerwan supported her as an advisor and as a husband. What? Despite their differences, Leran and Eltina loved each other very deeply. The people accepted the marriage between the Lagoos and Bjork. That was what King Degenshia said. This was before the people thought of such difference. They saw only a queen or a husband. At this time, King Degenshia also created his own kingdom far from out of the Lagoos tribe and Bjork nation. He believed that the Dragon tribe was too powerful to interact equally with other tribe. And he believed that the Dragon tribe was too powerful to interact equally with other tribes and people. That kingdom became Goldor. Megan, ok. J'ai actuellement accidentellement appuyé sur B. C'est énervant. Très.
Oh, goddess, you're...
Boom, boom. Hop, outfit. Non, pas support. Oh. Oui, on peut faire support. Spring tank. Yes, on est rendu à A. On est rendu à B ici, c'est relativement bon. Comme support. Ils auraient probablement pu atteindre le A si je me serais dépêché pour faire leur support à ces deux-là. Bon. Hop, on a vu ça, on a vu ça. On était rendu. Ok, on était rendu ici. Banyan has been established for 4 years when King Negenshia received news that Altina has become pregnant. The news brought great joys, you see. The news was also quite surprising. There has been other unions between Bjork and Lagusa, but until Altina's pregnancy, no children was ever been conceived. Indeed, hers was the first child ever to be born of Bjorks and Lagoos. As close friend of both Altina and Ulera, both King Dingenshia and son rejoice at the news. The child will be the first to carry the joint blood of both Lagoos and Bjork. The king said that the baby will become a symbol of peace between the two people. But joys over the childbirth did not last. Soon after the child was born, Ulheran lost all the power of Lagoos. He could not transform any longer, nor could he sing the Galdar. It became apparent that the child of such a union neutralized the Lagoos parents' power. To make matters worse, the child bare only the characteristic of a Bjork. Lawrence felt he was no longer a true Lagoos, and he felt he could no longer act as a bridge between the goddess and the people of Delius. He lost hope and also his mind, at least temporarily. He attempted suicide several times, which is which is an unthinkable taboo for anyone who has sworn to serve the goddess. King Genshia fell into despair. King Genshia fell into despair. If people caught with wind, if people caught the wings of this events, of this news, he believed it would create a deep rift between the two people. The king was desperate. The king was especially concerned about the relations and the reaction from the Lagoos. They might interpret the birth of a they might interpret the birth as a herald of their eventual end. Some might even attempt to harm the child. Lemons needed to hear the goddess, the voice of the goddess, when more than ever before. But he could no longer sing the god of release. Is that what happened? Just so, Lemons was forced to make a very difficult decision to protect the peace between Bjork and Lagoos. He even decided to retreat into seclusion and consider the problem. Once he regained his sanity, he announces his decision. Lawrence was forced to ask the unthinkable of his wife, his aide, and his close friend. For the sake of Bayan, you must tell the people that I died in an accident. Tell them the birth was merely a false rumor. Lawrence left the medallion to his tribe, moving to Goldoa under King Genshia protection. He simply disappeared from history after that. After Lawrence has left and lived, after Lawrence has left and life returned to normal, Altina eventually welcomed a Bjork husband. She raised the child. She died with Lawrence. I thought it were an ordinary Bjork child, born of a new husband. Since then, marriage between Lagoos and Bjork has been forbidden. It became known as a crime against the goddess. Even so, the taboo was broken several times over the next few decades. Usually, no child was conceived, but when there was, it was swiftly covered up. The parents soon learned what it meant to bear a child who possessed both Lagoos and Bjork blood. After they learned of the consequences, none of these parents ever rejected the edict forbidding it. The child was to be raised by the Bjork parents and raised as a Bjork child. That should have been enough to hide everything ends. That should have been enough to hide everything. End of the story. It was several generations later that the certain descendants began to manifest physical marks, which indicated their ancestors' sin. Fortunately, these marks looked very similar to the mark on those protected by spirits. They could pass as students of the dark art for at least a few years. Unfortunately, the branded lived much longer than Bjork. Most branded chose to hide, living outside of ordinary society, and disappeared into the shadow of history. Rumor has always begun to spread across Banyan wherever the branded were shun and cast out wherever they lived. Where the Lagoons held the power, they persecuted the branded and executed them in order killing. That's horrible. It was King Genshia's opinion that these were crimes that he had to carry on in his consciousness. It was King Genshia's opinion that these were crimes that he had to carry on in his conscience. From the beginning, he realized that he and the others in power had made a mistake. They understood that they should have revealed everything about Altina and Larence's child. The people should have been told the truth. But since they kept the truth from everyone, the Brennan were marked as unclean, persecuted wherever they travel. Here is the family tree of Larence and Altina's bloodline. Only King the Genshi knew the truth. Until now. Father, you've had to endure this burden alone for so long. It was the same in it was the same in Lady Almeida's case. When she lost the power after giving birth to the Mad King's son, King the Genshia had no choice but to hide the truth from everyone. So, he chose to hide Almeida's from everyone. Better to deny her existence than be forced to explain long-hated secrets. In the process, he had lost someone even more dear to him, Prince Drajaya. He deeply regretted his decision. When he learned of the prince's death, the only choice left for King the Genshia was to remain stubbornly neutral in all wars on the continent. He hoped in vain to keep the goddess from waking up before the 1,000 years had collapsed. As elapsed. I'm such a fool. I had no idea what father went through. All I did was deny what he fought for. Kurt. Your Majesty, you are the king now. You know that it is a sin to fight against the goddess, and yet you've chosen to move forward. King Lingenshia left everything to you. You must succeed. Do not be afraid of what's lie beyond. Forge ahead. I understand. I shall be true to my conviction. I have no more doubts. Nazir. Ike, I'm sorry about earlier. That's alright. I know that you were in a tight spot. The be your hero. We will follow King Kurtnaga from now on. If you wish to fight alongside you, I shall assist. I see. Désolé. I see. Then you should receive a blessing of protection from the goddess Yoon. We already have. We can fight a Sharon now. You'd lend us all of your might? Of course. We swear upon the good name of the Dragon Tribe that we shall do our best. Manage a word. On va conserver. À partir d'ici, on peut se débarrasser de Adept Gamble. Majoritairement Gamble. Parce que si je regarde les ennemis sur la map, je crois que la majorité d'entre eux vont être relativement faciles pour Mia de s'en débarrasser. 25 de def. Et 51 d'attaque. Puis combien d'HP? Ouais non, Mia va être facilement capable de doubler ça. Fait que il y aura pas de trouble avec Mia pour ce qui est de tuer ces unités-là. On peut se débarrasser de Gamble puis d'Adept. Item. Non, pas ça. Je veux Manage Skill. Mia, Remove, Adept. Assign. On va garder quand même Gamble. Et on va aller chercher... Là, de savoir c'est quoi que j'ai envie d'aller chercher. Je voulais avoir MBO, je croyais j'en avais... Ben, je sais que j'en ai un sur Titania. J'en ai un sur... Ah, vous savez quoi? Aussi bien la laisser avec Adept. Il me reste pas de nihil, de nihil nulle part. Fait que ça va probablement être quelque chose qu'il va falloir que j'accepte. Pour ce qui est des positions, on va mettre Mia par ici. Soren, évidemment, on veut l'avoir ici à peu près. Comme ça. Ça me dérange pas trop. On va aller chercher la Lagos Gem sur Gareth. Non, c'est pas Gareth, c'est Nazir qui l'a. On va la donner à... Mordecai, il y en a déjà une sur lui, du coup. Voyons voir. Où c'est qui est, Janaf? Il est là. On va donner la Lagos Gem à Janaf. On va faire ça. Si jamais j'ai besoin d'utiliser... Kurt, lui, il peut trade avec Anna. Comme ça. Si jamais j'ai besoin, dans le fond, d'avoir Nazir sur le terrain au prochain chapitre. C'est quand même curieux, j'ai l'impression que... J'ai l'impression que le cap de speed de Anna est légèrement plus haut que celui de Gareth. Ouais, non. Les stats de Anna sont clairement plus... Malgré le fait qu'en soi, elle serait censée être considérée comme étant un Pink Dragon. Honnêtement, j'ai toujours trouvé que Anna était mal conçue. J'aurais préféré qu'elle soit conçue pour que son souffle fasse des dégâts physiques et... J'aurais préféré que son souffle soit des dégâts physiques, un mix de dégâts physiques et magiques. Du coup, qui dans le fond évaluerait la défense et la résistance pour chaque part. Mais ils l'ont pas fait comme ça, ils l'ont fait pour qu'elle soit basiquement un dragon rouge, donc avec un souffle de force, et qu'elle ait majoritairement son gros jeu installé dans la magie. En soi, ses stats sont vraiment pas tant pires. Elle a déjà cap beaucoup, plusieurs stats. Kurt Naga, lui, par contre, on peut se poser des questions par rapport à celui-là. Lui, il a vraiment pas pris des bons niveaux. D'après moi, ça va être correct comme ça. Et on peut se lancer dans le chapitre. Devrait être relativement facile, rapide ici. On va s'installer comme ça, item, Lagos Gem. Hop. Ah, c'est... Pourquoi j'ai fait ça, moi? Ah, donnez-moi 2 secondes, moi juste... J'ai pas réfléchi à mes affaires. Je sais que je reset pour vraiment absolument rien en ce moment, là, mais... J'ai juste pas réfléchi à mon affaire. Pourquoi j'ai me pousser? Je comprends pas moi-même. J'ai une bulle dans le cerveau. Hop. Bon. Ça devait être correct, ça. Ici, les cases les plus importantes vont majoritairement être les cases de protection magique. Du coup. Voilà. va commencer comme ça. On va attaquer celui-là ici. Boum. On le désarme. Comment... Question que je me pose, du coup, comment on fait pour désarmer une boule d'énergie? Techniquement, si je l'ai désarme, ça veut dire que... Je l'ai vraiment désarme parce que... Du coup, il a pas contre-attaqué. Ça, c'est un dodge pace. Malheureusement, son speed à gâterie ne le carry plus ici. Ses stats à gâterie sont... Ok, je comprends un peu plus. Il a cap pratiquement à tout. Il me mange étonnamment gros de dégâts ici. On va attaquer celui-là ici parce qu'on a plus de chances de touche. Et évidemment, on rate. On va attaquer comme ça ici, du coup. Ouch. Ouch. J'ai oublié de rassembler Titania et Oscar ensemble. Ok, il est encore avec un move de 6, mais je sais pas, il avait l'air d'avoir plus de déplacement que juste ça. Corrosion! Ça n'empêche pas d'attaquer. Ah! Les cases de même. Les chances de coup critique ici sont pas fameuses. C'est pas assez pour tuer. Naga lui devrait être capable de tuer ça par contre. Même pas. Oh, nice. Ah. No damage. No damage. Level up. On va s'installer ici avec Anna. Utiliser la Goose Stone. Du coup. Mais hop, peut se débarrasser de celui-là ici. On va utiliser Gamble. Ah shit, pas lui que je voulais. Bon, c'est pas plus grave. Allons tuer. On va tuer le rouge. 10. Combien que je fais avec Jenaf? 9. Ok, on va tuer le blanc. Le blanc, lui, on a plus la possibilité de le tuer. Avec lui, peut probablement tuer celui-là ici.
Non. Ok, les ennemis ici sont vraiment juste plus résistants que ce à quoi je m'attendais. Colonna! C'est mort. Level up. Speed! Oh, nice. 30 de speed. Ah, il me manque un, les gars. Est-ce qu'il gagne de l'attaque avec... Oui. Ok, fait qu'on va venir... attaquer celui-là ici avec Ike. Avec un peu de chance, il va faire Eater. Du coup, on peut faire ça. Titania va se déplacer par ici. C'est pas assez. Ah, vraiment, vraiment pas assez. Il me manque il me manque 2 de dégâts. Ça m'énerve. Venir au moins tuer celui-là ici. Ça va régler le problème. Je peux mettre Janaf là. On va s'installer là avec Oscar. Quoique non, je préfère m'installer ici. Voilà. Mortal cannot stand against gods. Don't you see the futility of what you're doing? No damage. Ouch. Ils en vont tous attaquer Mordecai parce que Mordecai se mange gros de dégâts de la magie. Nice! Bon. Ah! Il est sur une case de défense! Il ne peut rien faire! Naga doit être... Ok, non, il est pas si proche de prendre un level. On va s'installer ici. No damage. Ok. Ah, parce que ici, je crois que c'est juste les armes... Ah non, c'est vrai. C'est pas juste les armes, mais c'est juste Arc Thunder fait pas assez de dégâts. Bon. On va attaquer celui-là ici. Sord va pouvoir l'achever, lui. Fait qu'ils attaquent pas Mikaia ici. crois que c'est Mikael et Sanaki qui les attaqueront pas. Vu que c'est Sephiroth qui les contrôle. Magic. Fabuleux. Gamble, Vacare. Voilà. Lock. Voilà voilà à quoi elle ressemble à la fin du jeu. 31 de luck, 31 de force, 15 de magie, 40 de skill et de speed, 31 de luck, 25 de def et 24 de res. Très très bonne stat. Ok. J'ai une idée. On va venir installer Kurtnaga ici. On va mettre Enel là. On va venir faire la danse. Ah, shit. Ok, elle meurt pas de ce Ferron. C'est déjà ça. Puis avec sa résistance qu'elle a, elle craint pas vraiment grand chose. Honnêtement. Donc ça, c'est tant mieux. On est l'achevé, lui. On va s'installer ici. Il faut quand même que je prenne le temps de tuer tous ceux qui viennent d'apparaître dans ce coin-là. Hop. Je peux tuer lui ici. S'installer là. Quasiment un one-shot. On va attaquer celui-là ici. Si je peux utiliser le Fenrir pour l'achever. Ah, pas assez. Je fais pas de dégâts. Mais on va voir si j'essaie d'attaquer avec Barbarite ici. On va probablement pouvoir rester comme ça ici. Ou je peux juste... Staff. On va soigner Mordecai. Ça devrait être pas trop pire, ça. La case dans le milieu, elle fait quoi, elle? Carvetal. On va installer... Saran ici, on va tuer celui-là. Peut-être que Ike va pouvoir tuer celui-là, oui. Level up pour Ike. Qu'est-ce qu'il va nous prendre? Ok. Il a cap son skill. Est-ce qu'il est capable de nous one-shot celui-là ici? Non, proche, mais pas tout à fait. Roar! Level up! Un bon level. The Lagoos and Bjorks have doomed each other with their mutual hatred. You have brought extinction on yourself. Ouch. Reprovoke. Comme on dit. Miss. Shh. Miss. No damage. Les autres, je pense pas qu'elle fasse de dégâts. En fait, oui, elle en a fait. Ok, level up pour Gnef. Son. Il a pas pris énormément de level depuis le début, lui. Il attaque Mordecai, évidemment. Ouais. C'était relativement facile à deviner. Je veux juste voir le quoi. Ok. On va attaquer celui-là ici. No damage. No damage. I say. Fait que là, du coup, on peut attaquer lui ici. Ça va être un kill. Si Sanaki peut faire juste quelques dégâts, je crois qu'on pourrait tuer avec... Ah, ok. Déjà, en partant, on va s'installer comme ça. On va faire ça ici. Level up. Magic Speed Lock Res. Ah, lui, on peut pas le tuer, il est sur une case de défense. Ça a combien de reste, ça? Ok, ça a quand même plus de reste que de défense. J'espère que ça autre peut l'achever. Non. Voilà. Juste voir. Le boss me fait 27 de dégâts. La majorité des ennemis me font un peu de dégâts. Ok. Si tu touches, ça va être génial. Yes! Bon. Level up. Ok, pas pire. On va s'installer ici avec la Valkyrie. Attaquer celui-là ici. Oh, Flare! Nice! Ça, c'est le fun. Oh, elle a pris du speed. Yes! Boom! On va se lancer à plusieurs sur celui-là. On va te péter la gueule à 3 contre 1! Ouch! Euh... Genève peut aller tuer ça. C'est maintenant à qui tu vas venir ici, tu vas utiliser Symbol Line. Aussi étrange soit-il, ils attaquent actuellement, Sanakin. Ils attaquent pas Mikaya, mais ils attaquent Sanakin. On va se faire une danse comme ça. On n'est pas encore capable de le tuer, lui. On va aller tuer lui. Désarme. Désarmer un espéré. Ah! Peu importe ce que je fais, j'y arriverai pas, fait que... On va continuer à les taper dessus. Level up. Def. Ok. Juste pas de temps peu. Je crois que je vais faire ça comme ça ici. Je vais m'installer là avec le Cascar. On va lancer un javelin ici. Ouch. Level up. On va reculer comme ça. Et on va installer Titania comme suit. Voilà. Le boss, évidemment, va attaquer Mia. Vu qu'elle est rendue à sa portée. Allez, esquive-moi ça, Mia! Mon dieu, t'es meilleur que lui. Pretty loud. Ouch. Ça, c'est la moitié de ma vie, c'est quand même pas tant peu. Ça pourrait vraiment être pire que ça, rendu là, honnêtement. Les autres, ils vont s'installer pour protéger le boss, évidemment. Fait qu'ils s'installent sur des cover tiles. Ici, on va avoir probablement l'un des derniers kills avec Gautry. Level up. On va envoyer Mia taper sur ceux qui sont en haut là-bas. Vu qu'elle a plus besoin d'XP de toute façon. Flare. Nice. On va achever celui-là ici. Je fais juste ça de dégâts au boss. Puis il y a énormément de chances de me toucher. On va s'installer là. Fait que sinon. Ouch! Ça prendra à me toucher. Là-bas. On va s'installer ici avec Mika et on va attaquer le boss.
You, I've heard about you. Have we met before? Silver Iron Maiden, it's taken so long to finally meet you. If I had known you were still alive. If I had known you're still alive, No, it's too late. This changed nothing. I cannot falter. What's the matter? What is the matter with you? I'm just overly sensitive. Don't feign concern over me.
Si je peux juste faire un petit peu de dégâts, je peux l'achever avec... Si je peux faire un peu de dégâts, je peux l'achever après ça avec... Je dois aller faire d'ailleurs combien de dégâts? Je fais 12, fait qu'il faut que j'y fasse 38 de dégâts. Ben, 28 de dégâts. Ça devrait être facile. Puis d'ailleurs, réellement, actuellement, une très bonne raise. Ouch. Level up. Speed. Oh, nice. 26 de speed. Ah, ok. Si je veux faire ça, il faut que je soigne... Ah, ok, c'est parce que le dragon me donne la raise. On peut venir attaquer comme ça ici avec Jannaf. Mordecai devrait être capable de le tuer après ça. Mordecai ne prendra pas d'autres niveaux, mais... Il est un peu dans la même situation que... Oh, Resolve. Nice. Il est un peu dans la même situation que Mia l'est. Même affaire pour Jannaf. C'est-à-dire, ils sont rendus tellement haut dans leur niveau et ça prend tellement de temps à leveler que c'est comme s'ils avaient déjà... ça va être leur stade final, ça. Sephiroth, everything you've ever told me, every time you give me your hand you give your hand to me, every time you smile, were they all lies? You're the most appalling fraud I've ever known. No, Lord Sanaki, Lady Sanaki, I've actually lied to you very little. What I have done is hold things back. I have also twisted the truth from time to time, but I have only told you blatant falsehood. That one lie has weighed heavily on me. It makes me hate myself sometimes. Sephiroth, I'll always I'll always care deeply for you, my little lady Sanaki. You are my sun and my moon. Please, you must understand. I never wish to harm you. Please, you must understand. No, Sephiroth, no! I'm gonna attack this one because of you! Boom! No damage. No damage. Wow, c'est bien essayé. Yes! On va soigner à score. Est-ce qu'on peut parler au boss avec Link? Oui! Chiblé, chiblé! Chiblé, chiblé! Chiblé, chiblé! As the Aaron's clan changed so much, they've always been so passive and accepting of their natural fate. Yeah, c'est un tas de hike. Non, on va attendre au prochain tour. Le boss va probablement du coup attaquer Sanaki. Ben, pas Sanaki, mais Kurtnaga. Ça me dérange pas. Oh, il se téléporte. Ah, ok. Bon. Je veux pas nécessairement affronter le boss, mais je veux juste faire ça pour... King Peleas, correct? Aren't you brave, coming all this way? If you're the one who's been pulling the string behind all this, please tell me. Who am I? I don't know. All I know is that you are a powerful practitioner of magic. I know you are an orphan born and raised in Dane. But that is all Izuka ever told me. So, I'm not Ashnar's true son? No, you're not. Ashnar's son is a dragon tribe blood. Ashnar's son is of dragon tribe blood, and is thus Brandon. I think I'm going to be ill. Be assured that you were essential to Dane's reconstruction, which was a vital step towards waking the goddess. Fortunately, Izuka was able to use you to execute my plan. You are going to pay! You are going to... Bon. Là, du coup, Arthur, qu'est-ce que je fous, moi, maintenant que le boss est à l'autre bout? Toutes mes unités sont en bas ici. Gantry peut pas l'atteindre, non? Non. Et il peut pas plus tuer quoi que ce soit. Bon, rendu là, aussi bien juste m'en servir pour pousser Eliana. Les Lionel a suffisamment de reste pour... Ah! Ah, parce qu'il y a le reward d'équiper. Ok, good. Voilà. Ouch. C'est méchant, ça. The Brutal Gem. A mysterious magic gem that raised the defense of the Elder by 10. On va essayer de le toucher ici. Ok, on l'a raté, malheureusement. J'aurais dû rapprocher de Jenaf un petit peu. Si je peux lui faire 13 de dégâts, ça devrait être suffisant. Peut-être Mordecaiper? S'il touche, oui. Ah! On va faire ça de même. I have to ask, Sephiroth, what are you after? What is this all about? Why do you wish to know? You would have achieved nothing by learning my reason. You would help no one. I lost faith in lesser being and desire an end to them all. That's all. So why did you save me on that day? May I ask you a favor, Ike? Tell me how you feel about it now. Can you bear recalling those horrific memories? Yes, I'm fine now, but I suppose at the time I wouldn't have been able to take it. All being endures the tragedy, for as long as they continue to live. It has always been the case that suffering is unavoidable, and it's grim, and this grim reality plays out over and over in every country under every rule. As long as there are beings who feel they will feel pain. So what? We should all just give in and die? Put it behind you? Deal with it? Do not make light of this. I'm not, Sephiroth. I'm extremely grateful that you once helped me through a terrible time. But I have accepted that occasionally we all have to accept. But I have accepted that occasionally we all have to deal with our time. I've had pain, I have suffering, and I have gotten up and moved on. I don't try to forget what happened that day. I just accept it. And neither that or anything else will ever stop me. You're a strong man, Ike, son of Gawain, but not everyone is as strong as you. Then heat my blade! Bon, ben pour le coup, le restant des unités qui me restent à déplacer peuvent juste aller se battre. Il n'y a pas grand chose d'autre à faire ici. Voilà. J'espère que Titania peut se rendre à celui qui est de l'autre côté. Elle devrait. Oui. Par contre, lui, il est malheureusement passé sur une tuile. Fait que je peux pas le one-shot. 12% de chance de toucher! Ten damage. Et j'aurais donné le kill à Mikaya. C'est exactement ce que je voulais faire. Prends un peu de speed. Ah, pas de speed. Bon. Pas plus grave. At last, I'm dying.
What? It can't be true. Our apostle?
Can't believe it myself, but the senators made an announcement. It must be true. Pardon me? Has something happened to the apostle? Oh, my lord, save the apostle. She's dead. What? How?
According to the senator's announcement, she was assassinated by the Serenus Herons.
They look so gentle, like they wouldn't harm a fly. But they're nothing but beasts, no better than the other subhumans. Friends, this is simply not possible. The Heron tribe could never assassinate anyone. She's dead, isn't she? Those damn subhumans, every last one of them's got to die for the apostle.
That's the truth. They're nothing but monsters. Oh, I wish I could kill them myself.
You can. Grab a weapon. Grab a torch. Come on. We'll burn that forest to ash and wipe them all out.
No, you mustn't. What's wrong, my lord Sid? You don't look well. Are you feeling all right?
Wings! When you say his back! Wings! He's one of them! He's a monster!
You're nothing but a lying, subhuman piece of filth! How dare you pretend to be one of us? Get him! The medallion must be quelled. I cannot allow this madness to come to pass. Judgment! The goddess's judgment! No! What have they done? The forest, the trees, the heavens were innocent. Why? The medallion. I must quell the Gaia energies. Must calm them. Oh, no! Chaos, madness, so much anger, so much pain. Why? Why was my family taken? Why? Why was my forest destroyed?
Sephiroth! Sephiroth, hold on! Open your eyes! Yuna, help me! What shall I do? What? Really? Okay, I'll try. Sanaki. Sephiroth, you can hear me! Somebody is wounded! I'm sorry, Sanaki. The door leading to Ashera won't open while he is alive. I can't save him. That's correct. Thank you, Yoon. I am sincerely grateful. That is the one. That is all you've wanted since this started. Everything else has been a little more than a terrible side effect. I'm sorry that this was your only goal, but I'm happy to help you achieve it. Sephiroth, I see now that you were going through. What way you were going through? It must have been hard. I wish I could have helped you. Please, don't mourn for me. I'm not worth it. I'm sorry. I wanted to help you. I really did. Forget about me. This past was my decision, my tragic mistake. Lady Sanaki, I want you to have this. This is the Gerudo gem. Wear it in memory of me. It will protect you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry I lied to you. Sephiroth, don't worry. We still have all the good time we spent together. Nobody can take that away. Nobody. Thank you, my Lady Sanaki. I'll be leaving you now. Zegius is waiting. Altina. Sephiroth, no! Now, please, Micaiah. Don't die. You can't die. He's breathing. Sephiroth is breathing. Just in time. You saved him. Thank you, Micaiah. Thank you. Micaiah is completely spent. She's sorry, but she won't be able to fight in the to fight in the next battle. But there's no time. Hurry! Goddess Yoon, is there something you haven't told us about you and Sephiroth? You saved my life. Your life? Your life? Sephiroth saved the life of a goddess? Is there something you haven't told us about Sephiroth then? He'll wake up in just a moment, then you can ask him directly. Oh, alright, I'll do that. Why did you save him? Should I have not? Should I not have? I can think of a few reasons why you shouldn't have, yes. Now I'm gonna kill him for real. Hey, get up, now! Take it easy on him. He's a hard day on. He's had a hard day. I'm alive. Liran! Goddess Yoon, why? Why did you? Because I want you to live. You've always taken care of me, and I couldn't bear if it ended like this. I couldn't bear it if it ended like this. But I've lost all my hope. All hope in the world and the people in it. I did what I did for future generation, so they wouldn't have to live in this world. Please, you, let me die. I won't, Liran. I won't. Liran, now he's... Liran?
Now he's some kind of hero saint? If that is the if that is what you really want, then I'm not going to let it happen on my watch. I don't care what you've done to. I don't care how much you've suffered. What you've done is unforgivable. Stop it, I. Ashera is waiting. It's time for the final confrontation with her. You can come if you want to. You're. You. You're asking me to turn my back on the goddess? If you really want the total extinction of Bjork and the girls alike, then you can just lie there, and like a lump. If not, this is your last chance to start rectifying your mistake. Think hard on that. This is your last hope. But I...
Bon! Fait que du coup, avec ça... Ah!
I'll be waiting for you, Liran.
Avec ça, on est rendu du coup au dernier chapitre. On a obtenu la Rudolph Jam. Et on a obtenu beaucoup d'expérience bonus. On a complété ce chapitre relativement rapidement d'ailleurs. Sur ce point-là, il n'y a rien à dire d'autre. On l'a fini très rapidement.
Laron, I will not countenance this plan.
Hear me, Goddess Ashera. Yumi's imprisonment within the medallion has begun to change you. Order and chaos. You are one being, comprising both parts. The one must naturally affect.
Even so, I will not return Yune to this body. She is unstable, and I must be perfect in order to protect this world. It is as I have said. Yune must be destroyed.
Ashera, you mustn't. You cannot survive without your opposite. Please, you must not do this. Your world still needs you.
Laron, you have ever been a wise and kind-hearted child. In deference to you, I will place my faith in your kind one last time. For the next 1,000 years, I shall sleep as well. When I wake again, I hope it is to a world of peace and order, where all prosper as a wolf.
Ok.
If I do, then I will know that you
Ça a pris un certain temps avant que ça passe sur la prochaine conversation.
I will reward your counsel. I will also allow Yune to return to me. I will once again be the goddess of creation, whole and complete. Ashura, the dawn goddess, the name your ancestors gave me so long ago. I should like to hear it again. However, during this 1,000 years, if the chaos of war should arise and awaken Yune from her slumber in the medallion, I will know you have strayed from your path, and I will punish your failure, as I will reward your success. And then you will know my judgment. You will pay for your sins, each of you to the last.
In the names of our people, we vow to keep this covenant. There will be no great war between Lagos and Bjork for 1,000 years. So pledge Altina of the Bjork, Legencia of the Dragon Tribes, Soen of the Beast Tribes, and I, Leran of the Bird Tribes.
Bird tribe.
Believe during this 1,000 years that you have created a world that has outgrown Sing the Galder of release and awaken us both. Your heirs will possess that ability as well. Sing to awaken us and tell us your tale. Tell us of the world your two kinds have built in our absence. We will listen, and we will judge fairly and impartially. This is our covenant with you.
It's her. Ashera! Ashera, it's me, you! Can you hear me? Please, please listen to me. You don't need to pass any more judgment. You can return the people to normal. I cannot allow. There are still people in my world who are made of fallible flesh. This imperfect world has passed beyond control. Now I shall pass my final judgment. Wait! You can't violate the terms of the covenant, Ashera. 1,000 years still hasn't passed yet. We were awoken by Galder, not by mankind's war. It doesn't matter. During my long sleep, Beorgs and Lagoos continued to fight. The children of flesh will never learn nor grow. Times will pass, as always, but nothing can change the destiny of mankind. You have to look deeper. The first judgment didn't turn everyone to stone, and I'll tell you why. Because these people are not people as we know them. Ashera, these people have become something new. People, the Tsunanima, are the only living creature of this world that we didn't create. Animals evolved to become Tsunanima, who then became Lagoos and Bjork. That evolution continued today. Ashera, I tell you a secret you didn't know. Children can be born of both Bjork's and Lagoos parents. They are still very few in numbers, but if allowed to flourish, mankind might become anything. If the two races continue to evolve, I'm sure something wonderful will emerge. You can't just bring that to a halt. Do not claim certainty of anything. The children of this world are born of chaos, and nothing could be more uncertain. The world does not require the evolution of man. My responsibility is to protect order, the balance of all life forms. Beings that evolve without my guidance will only destabilize and threaten this world. Because of that, you have to wipe out everything made of flesh? Is that what you're trying to say? Very well then. You and I have nothing more to talk about. My only choice is to defeat you. You do not be absurd. You cannot overthrow me, just as I cannot overthrow you. But of course not. Of course not. But they can. Everyone, the time has come. Defeat Ashera, or everyone you love will be a statue forever. These people, they carry your blessing, you. You mean to fight me? Ashera, our goddess. This is the world, and we are the people you created. You make it sound as if we're some sort of filthy creature that just decided to settle down here and cause trouble. Ike, don't say it like that. We're not perfect. Sometimes our brains tell us one thing, while our emotions tell us another. And worse, the more we try to avoid it, the worse it is when it comes to us. People are probably the dumbest creature alive. But somehow you're also the most endearing. It's your imperfection that makes you so interesting. Imperfection were very similar to ours. We know that we've messed up. We'll do our best to avoid more wars and do them to make peace our highest priority. Ashoa, just give us one more chance. All we ask is one more chance. You expect me to reverse my judgment? The goddess of order cannot be so mercurial. My decision is final. So that's how it's going to be, huh? Then we will fight, and we will save our people. Make your peace with whatever the god worship. Your end is near. My end is near? In every battle that mattered in my life, I've always been the one left standing, no matter how slim my chance. This battle means more than any of the others, because this is for the life of every person that I ever cared for about. I will win this fight. Bon. Voyons voir la vitesse du boss à 32. Fait que toutes les unités qui sont en dessous de 30, qui sont en dessous de 29, doivent être mises sur le banc. C'est à 24, c'est sur le banc. Ça, c'est à 29, ça peut rester. C'est à 31, c'est correct. Ça va rester sur le banc. Malheureusement, si je mets Seneki sur le banc, je peux mettre Nazir sur le terrain. Et ici, c'est l'une des situations où Nazir est intéressant à avoir. Pour la simple... non, pas Eliana. C'est... C'est Anaki qu'il faut que je mette sur le banc. Il se fout de ma gueule, attends! Le maudit! 30 de speed! Il a pas pris un seul level de speed depuis qu'il a change class. Il a pris 7 niveaux. Il est avec autant de speed que Mikaya. Ça se peut pas, ça. C'est horrible. C'est littéralement horrible. D'avoir aussi peu de speed. Oh. C'est ça ici que je veux checker. Magic et Speed pour toutes les unités. 5 de magie. Tombe à 26, tombe à 24. Si les deux restent à côté de Nazir, Nazir lui va se faire doubler, mais avec sa grosse quantité de res, il devrait pas se manger tant de dégâts. Si je l'installe sur une cover tile comme ça ici, ça devrait être en masse. Sa résistance au boss fait en sorte que c'est impossible d'y faire mal avec Mikaya. Du coup, il va devoir pratiquer, prêter une stone avec Jannaf. Même chose, je vais faire en sorte que toutes les Lagos utilisent leur pierre tout de suite. Puis ici, d'ailleurs, ça me prend Mikaya avec le Fortify. Soren. Ike, Ike, were you joking when you said you couldn't remember how we met? Well, sorta. It was a long time ago. How could you forget? Relax, Soren, I got to thinking, and I remember. I remember what's happened in Gallia on the day we first met. Ike? Mother has gone shopping with Miss that day. I was wandering around the village all alone. I walked on there to the edge of the forest, looking for a stick I could pretend was a sword. There was a raven-haired boy lying on the ground. I remembered a huge oak tree by the clearing. I'd been sleeping in the hollow by the root. He looked like he was my age. He was as skinny as a twig, wearing a rag and covered in dirt. He looked like he was near death. I took out my lunch and I handed to him. He made a noise like a scared animal and shied away. He was suspicious of me first, but eventually he took my sandwich and started to eat. It was like he'd never eaten before in his life. I didn't have anything else to feed him, so I told him to come to my house, but he kept shaking his head no. I was afraid you were going to trick me, afraid that you were going to chase me away after taunting me with food, just for a laugh. I told the boy that I'd bring him some food the next day at the same time and place. He finally nodded when I said that. It made me happy. I felt like I was doing something right, helping this boy, like I was the only one who would do that. I was happy too, not just because I wasn't hungry anymore, because someone finally would talk to me. So I went back to the village again. The next day, I was scared of the other villager and their rock and stick, but I still went back. That's right, that was Gallias back then. The Bjork abused and tormented the branded because the Legues shunned them. They wanted to avoid upsetting the Legues. The villagers threw stone at me, called me an animal and a devil. But on the next day the village was littered with corpses. Soldiers and peasants were in a panic. It was my dad. He went crazy when the spirit of chaos in the medallion touched him. I walked through the empty street, checking bodies to see if you were dead, but I couldn't find you. I decided that you had to be alive. I took money and food from the village and headed for Crimea, a land of Bjork. Soren. On my way to Crimea, I kept seeing Legues from the beast tribe. They were terrifying, but after a while I realized something. They never attacked me. They all seemed to notice something about me and then pretend they couldn't see me. That look was burned into my mind, and it was always the same. They'd scowl, then walk away like they'd never noticed me. In a way, that left me feeling colder and more alone than if they attacked me. 8. That I could understand. This was denial. They made me like I wasn't supposed to exist at all. That my simply being alive was an affront to the world. That was how the beast treated me, and I hated them for it. It sat on my heart like a lead bard, like a glacier. When I reached Crimea, I took refuge in a church along the way. They took my brand to be a sign that I had been trained in the arcane art. They took good care of me and taught me everything. Once I had learned to speak and behave like other people, I wandered Crimea for several years. Then I finally found you. But yes, you'd forgotten that days in Gallia. But I didn't care. My only wish was to see you again. I just wanted to see the only boy who had held out a warm hand when I had nothing. Soren, don't cry. Don't cry? What? I'm not crying. Soren, you're smart, but you're no good when it comes to your emotion. Come over here. Don't treat me like I'm a child. I'm not that. Come on. Shut up! Shut up! Then I'll come over to you. It's all in the past, Soren. Bon. Fait qu'avec ceci, on va donner de l'expérience à Mia. Où c'est qu'elle est? Ah. Non, honnêtement, je pense que je vais donner de l'expérience à...
On peut amener Ileana au max level. Sinon, on peut donner 2 niveaux à Anna. Je crois que c'est ça que je vais faire. Oh, nice, elle a pris le speed. Ça peut prendre encore une shot de speed. Elle a pris de la force, c'est déjà ça. Elle a cap son speed, fait que elle aurait pas pu prendre plus de speed de toute façon. Satori-san. Manage, skill. Ah non, on va se débarrasser de Paragon. Puis on va t'assigner... non, pas t'assigner, on va... aller te faire utiliser le Satori-san. On a reçu Air. Maintenant que j'y pense, c'est absolument inutile d'avoir été chercher ça. Vraiment inutile. Du coup, Mia va falloir y retirer toutes ses skills pour y donner Nihil. Parce que je veux pas me faire toucher par un Aurora. Pour la simple bonne raison que... Bah, honnêtement... Honnêtement, s'il me fait toucher par Aurora, ça va faire en sorte que Mia va mourir. Parce que si on calcule, elle fait 21 dégâts avec la Veikari x 2. Elle a énormément de chance de se tuer. Fait que, on est aussi bien de juste lui donner Nihil. Manage, skill. On va t'assigner... Paragon. Oh, sinon on peut lui donner Pavice. Non, d'après moi, Pavice, ça va être mieux sur elle. Avec le skill qu'elle a énormément de chance de le proc. Proc! Désolé, je sais pas ce qui m'est passé par la tête ici. Maelstrom, Imbue Air. Paragon sur Micaiah. Parce que pourquoi pas. Sinon, je peux le donner... Non, non, pas Shade. On va se dépasser de Corrosion. On va se débarrasser aussi de Resolve. J'ai envie d'essayer quelque chose à la place. Si ça peut changer quoi que ce soit. Ike a son Nihil, évidemment. Adapt, Renewal. Renewal peut toujours être intéressant. Adepte moins. On va lui donner un peu de l'expérience d'ailleurs. L'amener niveau 30. Ok, nice. Il a pris de la force. Il a pris le speed. Fait que lui... va continuer à se faire doubler. On va lui donner encore un level. Regarde. Force. Allez, on lui donne toute notre expérience bonus sur lui. Ok, nice, nice, nice. Ok, il va pouvoir se mettre à doubler le boss à cette heure. C'est ça que j'espérais. S'il reste à côté de Nazir, il va pouvoir doubler le boss. D'ailleurs, je vais voir de quoi avec Gareth. Il a 7 de speed, donc il va tomber à 14. Non. Il n'y a aucune façon. Il se fait one shot, ben run round par le boss. Ok. Item. Non, pas item. Skill. Naga, on va te retirer. Paragon. On va t'assigner avec. Savior. On pourrait y aller avec Pavice. On a un autre Pavice. Par contre, son skill est pas assez élevé pour que ça soit vraiment utile de lui donner Pavice à lui. On peut donner Pavice à... Ah non, laisse faire. Lui, il y a Neil. On pourrait donner Pavice à Anna. Si je me débarrasse de Renewal... Imbue, c'est toujours utile de l'avoir sur Anna, vu qu'avec sa grande quantité d'HP, ça la fait quasiment invulnérable. J'aurais voulu donner Imbue à Mia, mais Pavice va être suffisant avec elle. Voyons voir... Titania. On va te retirer Imbue. On va le donner à Nazir. Parce que Nazir, lui, du coup, va pouvoir se soigner complètement à toutes les tours. Avec ça. Remove Discipline. Wrath. On va t'assigner avec... On peut te donner Paragon. Sanaki avec Stillness, c'est suffisant. Ben, elle n'est même pas sur le terrain. Pourquoi je m'inquiéterais de c'est quoi qu'elle a? Oscar. Il va falloir aussi utiliser la Goose Gem avec Lane, du coup, pour essayer d'augmenter son speed et tout ça. Le plus possible. Je crois pas que le boss va attaquer Lane. Mais juste au cas où, on va y mettre Miracle. On va aussi aller chercher Shade pour y donner. Elle peut pas avoir Shade. C'est vraiment stupide. Voilà. Saren, il n'aura pas besoin d'adepte. Mordecai avec une heal. Je crois plutôt que je vais utiliser Mordecai pour attaquer les autres unités. Fait que... je crois que je vais retirer Neil de son Mordecai. On va le donner à... Kurtnaga. Parce que là, du coup, Kurtnaga avec tout ça va tomber à... Désolé, mais que Mordecai a vraiment plus besoin d'Ineal que toi. Bon. Puis d'après moi, ça va être correct pour le reste. Juste, je veux voir c'est quoi qui me reste comme skill que je pourrais attribuer. J'ai Nullify, Guard, Provoke. Il y a des pavesses encore que je peux donner. Donner pavesses à gâterie. Ah, quoique non. Nullify, ça c'est bon. Ça c'est bon. On va donner ça aussi à Kurtnaga. Vu que Mordecai, lui, il n'y a pas de place pour l'avoir. Du coup, avec Nihil. Bon. Fait que ça, c'est fait. Les supports. M'étonnerait qu'on ait notre support. Non. Non plus. Fait que quoi donc? Le reste, c'est beau. On va pouvoir sauvegarder et on va se lancer là-dessus. Final boss. Forgive me, my goddess. I must end my service to you now. My dear goddess Ashera, please forgive me. Leron, everything I've done was a mistake. This is all a result of my weakness. The change were unbearable to watch, too frightening to understand. It grew painful to accept change, and with that my heart filled with cowardice. I was overwhelmed by the pain and could think of nothing but soothing it. As long as I had suffered, I was blind to anything else, even to the beautiful things of the world. I can see it now. The people deserve compassion. They deserve to have their life back. No, you are always too flexible, too inconstant. You cannot sway me any further. Ashera, my goddess, please. Be silent now and watch as I erase these beings that confuse your simple heart. Everyone, listen carefully. In order to reach Ashera, we must first destroy the aura protecting her. Got it? Attack the aura! On va s'installer ici. Ouais, je pense qu'on peut commencer avec Lago Stone. Ici, on veut Ileana. On va se faire 17 de dégâts. Kurtnaga. Ah, mes chances de toucher sont vraiment très faibles ici. Ah, 135 chances d'esquive. Ouais, ça explique un peu plus. Mais elle devrait avoir énormément de chances de toucher, par contre. Ça va faire mal! Ça fait mal, mais pas autant que ce à quoi je m'attendais, honnêtement. Je m'attendais à plus. Ah oui, c'est vrai, c'est la moitié des dégâts. Je sais pas pourquoi, j'ai toujours eu l'impression que c'était l'intégralité des dégâts. D'ailleurs, je crois que... Je crois que les esprits comme ça sont plus rapides que Ashera elle-même. Ouais. Juste à cause du fait que le judge, du coup, est excessivement lent, ça fait en sorte que, du coup... Ah non, mais mes chances de touche ici sont vraiment horribles. Non, ce sont sur des cases à void. Ça explique pourquoi mes chances sont aussi horribles. Ça me prend une petite team qui se débarrasse de ceux qui sont gênants, disons. Voilà. On va s'installer ici, on va soigner Mea. On va tuer ça. On va s'installer ici avec Anna. Utiliser la Lago Stone. Nihil va faire en sorte que ça cause plus de problème, ça. Ok. On va utiliser notre dernière Lagos Gem ici. Voilà. Lagos Gem. Trade. Donne-moi ça. Lagos Gem. Elle a quoi, Titania, à cette heure? Juste un counter. On va s'installer ici. Et s'équiper avec un Endax. C'est quoi qu'il fait, son staff? Staff has all HP to all adjacent units to... Ok. Dans le fond, c'est un staff qui soigne absolument tout le monde. On va s'essayer. Oh, nice, on a touché. Oh, on a fait une double touche. Cool. Ça se passe bien. Ok, fait que ces esprits-là vont soigner les... You will face me in a battle? I need no further evidence of your kind's imperfection. This will hardly be a battle at all. Simply end and perish. A flaw with one. Ouch. Oh, Saran, tu t'es mangé énormément de dégâts ici. En autant que c'est pas suffisamment de dégâts pour Que toute ma team meurt, c'est suffisant, c'est correct avec moi. Ah, ok. Oh, nice, Flair. Bon, ça c'est good. Nice. Euh... Avant de faire quoi que ce soit ici, je veux... Je veux vraiment tuer, pouvoir tuer celui-là, là. Du coup. Ah, sérieux, Kurt, faut que tu te touches une fois de temps en temps. Je crois que je vais envoyer Chinon se débarrasser de ceux-là ici. Gâterie, lui, peut s'occuper de... Il peut pas s'en occuper tout seul, malheureusement. Ah, il peut s'en occuper avec Saute. No damage. Voilà. Level up. Strength. Si je peux toucher ça, Mia devrait être capable de l'achever. Ouais, elle va être capable de le tuer. Voilà. On va s'essayer là-dessus. Ok, nice, on l'a touché. Puis je savais même pas que j'avais Nihil sur... Ah, parce qu'il il arrive avec Nihil. Ça explique. C'est quoi que ça donne son boon? Ah, ok, ça donne un boost aussi en skill. Voilà. On va s'installer ici, on va attaquer comme ça. Voilà. On va s'installer là. Ça n'a pas grand chose d'essayer d'attaquer. On va faire ça ici. Saren devrait être capable de tuer après ça. À moins qu'il manque comme un dégât. On va s'installer sur une case de res. Ah, il manque un dégât. On va s'installer là. Puis on va faire Fortify. Level up. Ok, elle a pris le speed. On va faire un Galdar comme ça ici. Je pourrais le tuer. Ouais, je pense que je vais essayer de le tuer, lui. Allez, touche, touche, touche. Yes! Cool. Ça, c'est mort. On va l'attaquer comme ça ici. Parce que pourquoi pas. Elle va se manger quoi? Juste 6 dégâts? Elle devrait pas mourir du boss. Level up. Oh, 32 de speed à cette heure. Bon, non, elle mourra pas du boss. Ça, c'est sûr. Ça ici, c'est sur une case défense. Trade. On va attaquer celui-là ici. Ok. Qui a besoin d'être vraiment comme à côté? Anna avait vraiment besoin d'être à côté de Nazir. Je l'ai pas placé à côté. On va s'installer sur des cases de résistance. Ici. On va voir comment ça va se passer. Ça, évidemment, ça s'est soigné. Ça attaque Chinon. Ok. Fait qu'elle aime attaquer Chinon. Bon à savoir ça. Voilà. The die. Boom. Enjoy your sleep. Ok. Bon. Du coup... les autres vont continuer à faire leur petit jeu ici. Voilà. Death. You're living? Prince Kirknaga, you've grown. Oh, you've grown. You know who I am? You know who I am? I reside in Goldoa for more than 700 years. I had no idea. That's because I was kept in hiding. But I did meet you several times when you were just an infant. I remember a mysterious man with black wings. Was that you? I always thought it was a dream. I was always so fascinated by that man and his song. I remember him well and fondly. Si tu touches, je devrais être capable de me débarrasser de lui. Pourquoi t'arrives pas à toucher quoi que ce soit, Kurt? Sérieux, ça m'énerve. Je vais installer, du coup... Euh... Ça devrait être suffisant, ça. Il en avait pour la moitié de sa vie. Je vais soigner Chinon ici, comme ça. Je vais faire en sorte que Ike... Saffron, I mean, Leron. I can't apologize enough. I was so terribly mistaken. And now there's nothing I can do to help. Don't worry. What? Wanting to do something that matters is enough. Sometimes how you feel is more important than how you act. There's no one that I think more highly of. No time for compliment. We still have work to do here. Yes, yes we do. Ease up, eyes forward, I will not back down. Altina, give me strength. No, seriously, Altina, give me strength, I need it. Si Kurt Nagar aurait touché ici, ça aurait été... j'aurais été capable de le tuer. Malheureusement, Kurt n'a pas touché. Je veux juste voir... Ok. Ok, non. Leron peut probablement venir attaquer ça ici. D'ailleurs, je veux voir. Ouais, c'est ça, il est Mantle. Staff. On va s'installer ici. Je vais faire de quoi? Staff, physique. Ok, ça c'est bon. Trade. Regarde-moi ça. On va te parler. Yes? You're Leron, aren't you? Yes. You forgive me for asking, but aren't you my... Can we talk about this later? What? Oh, I mean, of course. Sorry to bother you. Child, you couldn't possibly bother me. It just... The talk you and I must have is going to take a long time. I don't think Ashera would wait for us to finish. Oh, very well. What is it? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Micaiah? Yes? Looks like you could use some backup. I'm good with the staff, you know. I'm good with the staff too, you know. Thank you. I'm good with everything. Look at me. I'm Leran. Je sais pas c'était quoi. Encore une fois, j'ignore c'est quoi que j'ai fait à la fin ici. I'm Leran. Ouch. On va placer Anna, Anna ici. Placer Nazir là. Why not? Allez, on y va. Yannier de toute façon. Ok, j'ai raté. Bon. Pas plus grave. Trade. Ballerite. On va se débarrasser de tout ça. Ah, sérieux? J'ai manqué ça? Non, ça c'est mieux. Euh... J'ignore du coup si ça va être possible de le tuer. Pas avec lui. Pas avec Mordecai. Si je m'installe ici, je peux probablement... En soi? Oui, ça serait possible. On va venir achever ça ici avec Jennaf. Boum. Bam, bam, bam. Ça, c'est mort. Ah, je n'ai aucune idée de c'est quoi que je fais. Ah, ok. On va voir. 56, 60. Ok, Mordecai fait clairement plus de dégâts que Titania. 52, 60. Pourquoi je me faire ça comme ça en soi? On va soigner Mickey, hein? Pour le peu que ça va donner. On va faire un Galdar comme ça ici. On va l'achever celui-là ici avec Barbarite. J'aurais techniquement pu juste l'achever avec Soren. Je crois que j'aurais mieux fait de déplacer. D'attaquer l'autre à la place puis d'achever celui-là ici avec Soren. Voilà, ça c'est fait. Ça c'est sur la Covertile ici. On n'attaquera pas. On n'attaquera plus en fait ce tour-ci pour être exact. Juste s'assurer que tout le monde est bien installé sur une Covertile. Sur les bonnes Covertiles. Voyons voir. Est-ce que j'ai quelqu'un qui meurt? Celle-là, c'est les dégâts physiques, je crois. Non, ça, c'est les dégâts magiques. Ok, il y en a juste un qui spawn. Bon. C'est quoi qui a soigné Léana? Ah, elle était avec un staff. C'est vrai, elle avait un physique staff d'équipé. On voit que les dragons n'ont pas mangé énormément de dégâts. Bah, du moins, pour ce qui est de Nazé puis Anna. Le fait qu'ils étaient tous deux installés sur une cover terre devait avoir aidé beaucoup là-dessus. Oh, nice! Bon, ça va m'aider à me débarrasser de celui-là ici. Titania et Oscar, vous avez une job à faire en haut. No damage! So, donne-moi 5 HP. Yes. Yeah! Je suis en vie. Ok. Ici, on va... On peut essayer. Ça m'étonnerait que je touche. Mais on peut toujours essayer. « 26 x 2. Je me mange 26 de dégâts total. Désolé, mais moi, mourir... ça me tente pas tant que ça, honnêtement. « 25 x 2. On va y faire 50 de dégâts ici. Honnêtement, PS, moi, juste faire ça avec. Parce que venir faire 26 x 2 ici, c'est... ben, il fait 50 de dégâts à celui-là. Ça va juste être trop utile. Voilà. Ça, c'est fait. On peut utiliser Barbarite ici à cette heure. On va se débarrasser de lui. Puis heal. Bon. Yes! Il a touché ses 2 shots cette fois-ci. Si je m'installe ici... Ok, nice. Si je m'installe ici, Ike peut faire 1 x 2. Ça a au moins permis à ce qu'il touche une shot. Ok, on va faire ça. Si tu touches Mordecai, je devrais avoir de bonnes chances de le tuer avec Korknaga. Yes! Allez, il faut que tu touches, Kurt. Montre-nous que tu es capable de faire une touche. Ah, sérieux. On va faire ça ici. Mais pas avant d'avoir commencé à attaquer avec tout le monde, par contre. On va commencer à attaquer ceux-là ici. Ok. Ça va être bon. Aussi bien de lancer notre Wishblade ici. Ah non, mais avec 80% de chance de rater, comment t'as fait pour te foirer? Voilà. Euh... On s'est installé ici, on va attaquer celui-là. Il a déjà mangé des dégâts. On va attaquer avec presque tout le monde là du coup. On va faire ça ici. Honnêtement, je trouve que ça se passe relativement bien pour le combat de boss final. Level up! Skill. On va faire... On va faire ça ici. Mikaela, faut qu'elle se soigne. Fait que je vais essayer de faire trade pour qu'elle aille récupérer de quoi se soigner. On va certainement avoir quelque chose à quelque part. On va s'installer sur la cover tile ici. Allez, c'est ta deuxième chance. Je t'ai laissé une deuxième chance d'essayer de tuer ça. Yes! Enfin, Kurt. Enfin, tu me montres que tu peux être utile. Je crois Ike a quelque chose pour que Mikaela puisse se soigner. Oui, il y a une concoction. Trade. Tiens, prends le Matrone, je peux pas m'en servir de toute façon. Non, honnêtement, je pense que je vais juste lui drop y passer le Man Staff. Voilà. On va voir c'est qui Kashira va vouloir attaquer. Oh, Nazir. Ok, il meurt pas. C'est comme je me souvenais. Nazir ne meurt pas d'Altina. On va s'installer ici avec Chinon, on va pouvoir en tuer un. On l'a désarmé. Encore. Alors là. Oh, nice, il a pris de la force. On va pouvoir venir attaquer ça ici. Oh, nice. On devrait pouvoir achever ça ici avec un Arc Thunder, El Thunder. El Thunder a plus de chance de touche. C'est une bonne chose de faire. Ok, nice. On va s'installer ici, on va essayer de toucher ça. Yes! On l'a touché. On va pouvoir le tuer avec probablement Mio ou Ileana. On va pouvoir attaquer ça ici. On va le faire perdre de 50 PV. Pas trop pire. Mordecai, combien tu fais de dégâts ici? 23. On va t'installer comme ça ici. Voilà. Ah! Sérieux? C'est un coup facile et t'as réussi à le manquer. On va attaquer comme ça ici, on va essayer de le toucher. Nice! Eliana va être capable de toucher, elle. Du coup. Bon, level up. Speed and luck. Elle a cap son speed. C'est-à-dire que le cap de speed de Saren est un peu plus élevé que celui de... Est-ce que je serais capable de tuer celui-là ici? Ce tour-ci? Je pense que c'est faisable, honnêtement. Ok, on s'est fait toucher, évidemment. Pourquoi je me pose encore la question de si on s'est fait toucher ou non? C'était clair. Hop. Ok, nice. Si on touche ça ici, on peut le tuer. Mais... Yes! C'est mort. Bon, fait qu'il reste juste Ashera elle-même. Saren a cap sa magie. The horror is gone. Excellent. Now we can finish this. Oh. Je me mange 23 plus 29. C'est une mort assurée, je crois. Si je fais ça de même. Par contre, si je viens comme ça ici, je ne meurs pas. Ike fait combien de dégâts, lui? 27. Ça va être compliqué de faire autant de dégâts d'une shot. Ça, c'est Anna. On va attaquer ici quand même. On soignera Ike à part. Nice! Ah! En fait, on va soigner tout le monde avec le Fortify, à nouveau. Parce que pourquoi pas? Yes, on l'a touché! Becari! Ah, ok. Oscar, toi, tu vas venir faire ça ici. Rescue. Voilà. Oh, mais je peux pas manger de dégâts. Ah, parce qu'elle, elle a pas le... Elle a pas le truc qui fait que je me remange les dégâts par après. Je comprends un peu plus, là. Ok, on va faire ça ici. Hop. On va venir faire staff. Soigner tout le monde. Level up. Elle peut faire 4 de dégâts. Ike fait combien? Elle va attaquer Ashera quand même. Ashera a pas l'air de vouloir attaquer Mikaï. Ça, par contre, je sais pas pourquoi. On a une chance sur deux de tuer le boss. Allez, on tente. Cinématique? Non, 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 on n'a pas la cinématique, on est mort. On est mort. Ouch. Oh, non, ça c'est un silence tout le monde. Ou presque tout le monde rendu là. Staff, physique. Soren, t'es où? Toi, t'as tué un ward? Non. Soren, t'es où? Je te vois plus. Ah, c'est parce qu'il est là. Ah ben là, faut que je la réattaque avec mes autres unités. Faut que j'y refasse ces dégâts. Euh... Il me manque vraiment pas gros. J'ai pas de Restore Staff. Ah, elle peut utiliser le Matrone à cette heure. Ok. On va lancer la Wishblade. Yes. Ouch. Drop. On va s'essayer à nouveau. Est-ce qu'on a notre cinématique? Yes! Fin du jeu!
We have to put an end to this. Take all the power I have.
Thank you. I'll use it well. What of you? Are you leaving?
I am. But I believe it's for the best. This world does not need gods. We have always failed you. We made you weak. That's why we must go.
You don't have to leave. It's true. We don't have much use for gods. But well, you show us what we should aspire to. We need inspiration. You give us a reason to grow, to become more than we are. And if we don't have that, Yune, we're nothing more than statues.
Can you forgive me for the pain I caused?
I don't know. But you have already forgiven us. How could we not? We are all family. We will try to understand one another, even when we disagree.
You're right. I will try. One more time.
Bon! Et que là, à cette heure, on va avoir le petit pet-pet qui est chez partout. La petite cinématique de fin pour montrer que tout le monde est en train de de se détransformer. Pète, pète, que je suis partout. J'arrive pas à croire que je me souviens encore de cette connerie-là que j'avais dit avec un de mes frères quand on avait vu la fin du jeu. Du coup, j'espère que le let's play de Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn vous aura plu. Il aura été long. Quasiment, on aura fait 38 lives là-dessus. Ce qui est quand même relativement gros. Mais je me suis bien amusé. Évidemment. Comme toujours, je m'amuse toujours à jouer à Fire Emblem. Fait que j'espère que ça vous aura plu. On va se retrouver bientôt pour un autre Fire Emblem. Probablement que je vais... J'hésite vraiment beaucoup à me lancer sur Path of Radiance Iron Man sur Maniac Mode. Mais je crois que je vais faire ça en conjonction avec A Blazing Sword. Parce que du coup, j'étais intéressé à jouer à Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. Ou sinon, il y a le remake du premier Fire Emblem sur Switch. Mais celui-là, je suis pas sûr si ça va me tenter de le faire tout de suite. Fait que du coup, je vais vous laisser avec les cinématiques. Puis je vais rester là, du coup, ben aussi pour... je vais rester là, dans le fond, pour... du coup... les dialogues qu'il va y avoir à la fin, durant le générique. Fait que... c'est pas mal juste ça. J'espère que ça vous aura plu. Ma manette est là. Allez. Viens ici, manette. Hop. Voilà. Well, this is over. I guess this is over. We'd better be on our way. Are you going back to Dane? Yes, everyone is waiting for us. We'll have to start rebuilding all over again. Hopefully, this won't be the last time. No, don't say hopefully. Make it the last time. If anyone can do it, you two can. I don't doubt it, but thanks for the vote of confidence. Thank you, Ike. I won't ever forget you. Who was that man? Crowned the 50th Queen of Dane at Prior King Pelias's entreaty. Micaiah ushered in a new era of prosperity. Zephyr Soth, becoming Queen's Micaiah's husband, and a pillar of strength, Soth worked tirelessly to assist the poor. Blade of Justice Edward. Edward's lived as a common townsman. Despite the Queen's wishes, he would often visit the keeps to bring good news. Freedom's Oral Leonardo. Leonardo told that rebuilding the army with his proven skill and good looks. He was beset by women across Telius. Wise champion Nolan. Nolan's Wonder the Kingdom, saving those in adversity. The stories of his altruism eventually became a legend. Carefree Saint Laura. Laura returned to her home church and became a mother to many orphans, all of whom loved her gentlessness. Désolé. Wandering sage Ileana. Ileana returned to travel with the merchant caravan, as she had before. Somewhere right now, she is hungry. Loyal Alberdier Aaron, a kill in Part 1, Chapter 6, raised the standard. Steadfast Rider Torneo. Torneo worked tirelessly for his country as linchpin of Dane's military and the pillar of statesmanship. Je trouve juste ça drôle le fait que Aaron est mort à Raise the Standard. The Ark traveled Telius as a mercenary, resolving Bjork Legue's dispute. Some say he's eventually settled in Gallia. Mistress of Wyvern, Jill. Queen Micaiah ceded Talriga to Jill. Bearing her father's ideal, she made her land and people prosper. Black Tempest Arm, too unparalleled in strength. As a Dragon Knight, R never fought again. Rather, he carried the cargo in Talriga. Valiant Lady of Marado, Fiona. As a Lady of Marado, Fiona watched over beloved people and protect them until the autumn of her years. Spirit Charming, Peleus. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. Because you see, my dear, you have the mark. Wait, don't you have a mark? No, mother. Lady Almeida, is that the reason you taught me to be your son? And that is the reason why Izuka chose me out of all the children at that orphanage. Stop! This is impossible! You are my son! I am your mother, and I say so! Lady Almeida, your only memory of your sons were of him as a baby. You yourself said so. In other words, he's already had a mark even as a child. Yes, that's so. What's of it? This mark, my mark here, is called the Spirit's Protection. When I was 13, I chose to make a pact with the Spirit. What? When I learned that you were one of the Dragon Clan, I began to doubt, and slowly my doubts turned to certainty. I'm sorry, Lady Almeida. I'm sorry that, though it was never my intent, I ended up deceiving you. I'm sorry, but I am not your son. Peleus! But still, I was happy. It was fleeting, but I knew the feeling of a mother's love. You have my thanks. After revealing his lack of royal blood, Peleus gave up the throne, but served as Kurt, learning to speak easily to all. Mistress of the Evil Eyes, Nayla. Returning to Atari with recent events graven in our heart, Nayla hoped to migrate her people across the desert. Black Wolf of the Sands, Volug. Strangely, Volug was still in wolf form on the day he went home. Asked why, he only said, "It's more comfortable." Earthbound Chorizer, Raphael, severely wounded in Part 4, Chapter 1, A Road to Empire.
Ah, Ike, your work out there was superb.
Hey, you aren't quite over the hill yet yourself, you know. I always wanted to go one-on-one with you, just one.
Ah, I would have expected you I would have expected you at your field of fighting.
I've had enough kill or be killed to last me a lifetime, but something simpler. Some way of testing our respective strength.
You mean control matches? With all the little rules they have? In a peaceful world, we need such things. Especially we, Lagoos. Without a fight now and then, we go a bit strange in the head.
That's the honest truth. I'd rather try to order a river to change course than stop a bunch of rampaging Lagoos. Fearless Lion King Kennegish. Upon returning to Gallia, King Kennegish lost no time in abdicating his throne. Countless songs still tell of his valor. Lion King shadowed Gifka. Since their youth, Gifka has been ever at Kennegish's side. At his royal shadow, he died proud of how he spent his life. Fang of Gallia Skrimir. Skrimir, as the new Lion King, patrolled Gallia borders vigorously, and his large heart won the love of his people. Friend of nation Ranulf. Ranulf was often run ragged by advising the new king. While he winces at his duty, Ranulf still enjoys Skrimir. Gallia's Valkyrie Leet. Leet later became a captain in Gallia. in Gallia's Home's Guard, and pounded battle skills and fighting pride into young warriors. A candidate warrior Mordecai. After returning to the forest, Mordecai avoided battle and lived all his day in a peaceful harmony with the tree. Finder of secret Lear. Lear lived free and wild in the forest. She often told her young comrade of the war and the hero Darain. Dutiful assistant Kiza. Kiza remained a dutiful Gallian warrior. He showed the exemplary diligence never.
Wait, sister! You're my older sister, aren't you?
What do you mean?
It makes sense. All the peace fits. The god of release, the goddess Yuna's voice. It's true. Inside the tower I heard the voice of many heart, and I knew. I am a descendant from Lemon and Altina, Mizaha, the former apostle, who was my grandmother. Yes, I thought so. In that case, my sister, please consider staying in Banyan. With your power and charisma, you could do so much good here. No, I'm afraid I can't.
Why not?
Dane is my home, and Danes need me to help it heal and rebuild, not Banyan. But Banyan as you, Empress, you will be a just ruler. Make your country proud to have you. Will I never see you again? Hardly. I think that what our country needs now is a sense of family and friendship. I ask that you sign a treaty of alliance with Dane, then announce that we are equal. I will, of course. Once things settle down with both of our countries, that will be the first thing I do, sister. Thank you, Empress Seneki, my dear little sister.
They showed exemplary diligence, never neglecting to train even in peacetime. Only Empress Seneki. Seneki elected to guide their people in a world without the goddess, and made the treaties uniting the continent. Sapphire of Banyan Sigrun. Sigrun was loved by her subordinate in the Holy Guards for her kindness, and guarded Seneki all her life. Empire's bright blade, Tanith. Tanith was feared by her subordinate in the Holy Guard for her strictness, and guarded Seneki all her life. Plucky freedom fighter, Tormod. As Banyan's Lague's advisor, Tormod is labored to help the Tormod is labored to help former slave out of poverty. He was busy but very happy. Desert Water Murarim, as Banyan's first ever Lague's official. Murarim assisted Tormod and supported his effort in every arena. Liberation Talons Vika, killed in Part 4, Chapter 4, Revelation. Lion-blooded Stefan. Stefan's gathered like-minded individuals to form a tiny independent... Will you be heading back to Gallia first? We'll stop by Gallia, then wings! Straight on to Serene! Serene? Why is there? The Empress Seneki has kept her promise, as Serene will be formally ceded back to us. She said we may return immediately. Ah, I see. That's good to hear. Sometimes birds change their feather. The hawks, the heron, even the raven. We're thinking we'll all settle down together. All this time, we've sorted ourselves by our ways of thinking and seeing and living. If we can respect each other's opinion and we learn, to compromise, we can learn to live together without strife. I don't think it will be that easy, but it still ought to be simpler than getting Bjorks and Lagoos to treat each other decently. You set a good example, Reason. All the major issue look like they'll be handled soon. The only thing that I can't agree on is hunting and eating meat. The forest creatures are off limits. Needless displays of violence as well. You know we will not budge on that. Tell me, have you ever heard of a vegetarian hawk? Or a raptor that doesn't scream victoriously at the sky after a kill? Meat, huh? That's a thorny problem. An independent settlement which later became a great country, Tibarn was chosen as the first king of the unified bird clans and brought them great respect from the other nation. Lord of the Earth Barn, the sky shadows Nezala. Saved from the Blood Pact, Nezala left his people and their nation. He became a diplomat, finding atonement in work. White Prince Reason worked hard as a leader in the new Lagos nation. His iron resolve under a pretty face was suited for politics. All kings eyed Janaf as the new king's right arm. Janaf so eagerly trained his men that he often skipped meal, weekend, and sleep. All kings here, Uki, despite being the new king's left arm, Uki still loves solitude, spending his free time in long deserted locale. Mesmerizing Chantor Lean and her father made the forest echoes with song to stir pride in all those toiling to build the new kingdom. Wise old crowd Nilucci. Despite his age, Nilucci worked hard to restore the name of the Ravenclaw. Every year he set the new age record. Man of many mystery, Volk. After finishing his contract, Volk went back to the shadow he knew so well. He was a man of mystery to the end. Young Dragon Prince Kurtnaga. Kurtnaga spent his days arbitrating conflict between nations, guarding the peace so many that died for it. With Spinner Anna returned home and gave birth to her last fiance's child. Godua rejoiced at the first dragon's birth in century. Eternal Wanderer Nazir. Nazir served the new Dragon King by observing other nations in his travel, and often thought on his great-grandchild, Crimson's bodyguard Gareth. Gareth was named Chamberlain to the king's new nephew, and taught him with both strictness and love.
Well, Your Majesty, shall we be off?
Yes, let us. To Crimea, to our homeland.
Elincia governed Crimea with resolve and a deep love for her people. Her reign was remembered as a golden age. All Grim Cavalier Renning, all Crimea rejoiced at Renning's return. He chose to forego the limelights, helping the queens to keep the peace. Protector of the realm, Geoffrey, as captain of the Royal Knight and a model of chivalry, Geoffrey served his queen and country all his days. Tireless advisor Lucia, where the queens went, Lucia followed. Their love was fable, to be stronger than even most blood sisters. Crimea's keystone Bastion unparalleled diplomatic skill, ensured that many treaties were signed, spreading peace across Telius. Veteran knight Crimea, Kieran served the royal family with nearly fanatical verve. His voice could be heard from anywhere in the castle. Hello! Petulant Pegasus Knight Marcia. Marcia showed a dedication as one of the royal knights. Ever vigilant as she patrolled Crimea's skies, Prince of Layabout Makalov. Makalov remained as a royal knight because the empire was too strict. Miraculously, he was never fired. Unassuming knight Astrid, as a real knight renowned through the lands, Astrid's beauty and prowess were known to allies and enemies alike. Relentless Albaldir. Nefany lived with her family in Melior. Time and again, she raised the lance in defense of the realm. Rural Juggernaut Brahm. Returning to his family in Oma, Brahm farmed for the rest of his peaceful life. He never lifted a weapon again. Wayfaring country girl Meg. Meg had an ordinary marriage in her village and had an ordinary family. Her house was always full of laughter. Alluring rogue Eder. Eder returned home to care for her mother, swearing off her roguish ways. yet somehow she always had money. Lucky wayfarer, David. The war was over. David hung us his lands and became a traveling performer. His act could make anyone laugh. First-rate sage, Khalil. Khalil returned to running the store with our beloved Lorgo and daughter Amy. Her bright smiles cheers many heart. Scarlet Hair Paladin. Titania remained second in command of the mercenary. Once a year, she visited the grave of her fallen friends. Deadly adept Shinan. Shinan lays the days away in his old aunt. An expert at all he put his hand to, he chose none of it as his calling. Perpetual Guardian Gatry. Gatry became a famous mercenary and an household name. Fate led him to find many women, but never true love. Agile Horseman Oscar. Oscar returned to the Royal Knights at the Queen Alicia's request, but still took mercenary work on the sides. Mighty Soldiers Boyd. Boyd trained daily so as not to lose his spot to some stupid rookie. Miss humored her husband in security. Faithful student Rolf. Rolf remained with the mercenary. He was always in demand as a tutor of unrivaled marksmanship. Gentle Saint Riss. Riss served as a healer and opened a small chapel in a corner of their old keep. He taught school there. Aspiring lady of Blade, Mia set off in search of a new opponent. She traveled the whole continent, but sometimes rested at Grell's retreat. Eating Breeze Miss acted on her feelings for Boyd, marrying him. She cried during the vow, much to Boyd's chagrin. Silent Master of Wind, Sauron. When peace had settled on the land, Sauron packed lightly and set off with the only person he had ever trusted. Ike. Once he saw stability return, Ike left on the journey to lands still unknown. He was never seen again. Light of Creation Lyrans at Lorazia urging Zephyron lay himself down within Serene, and was ill by the song of the heron.
Welcome home. Could it be that you were here all this time?
Alas, no. I am sorry to say, but for several days I've somehow felt as though you would soon return.
Well, I'm home, and I'm glad to see you again, Liran.
And I'm glad to see you as well, a goddess of Shunera.
How long has it been? 100 years? 500?
About 1200 years.
I see. For mortal, that is many, many lives.
Yes, the peace we once had is on the verge of crumbling again.
This is unfortunate. The miasma of war is beginning to shroud the world. However, I shall not again be frightened. As once born of the hope of man, I shall protect this world.
Yes.
Clarence, I've missed your song. Will you sing for me now?
I no longer.
Well, then I'll sing. Then I will sing, and you may sing with me. Is that all right?
Yes. Bon. Vraiment, j'ai adoré ce let's play. Il nous reste pas grand temps à... Ben, en soi, je me finis le live à la fin du générique, évidemment. Bon, redire à peu près la même affaire que j'ai dit avant le début du générique. J'espère que le live vous aura plu. Pour ceux qui étaient sur Twitch, n'hésitez pas à aller sur ma chaîne YouTube pour voir toutes les lives que vous avez manquées. Je vais probablement me lancer sur un Iron Man de Radiant Dawn. Ben, pas de Radiant Dawn, de Path of Radiance, qui va être probablement les... du coup... Mes lives sont généralement les dimanches, les mercredis. J'ai combien de lives par semaine sur Fire Emblem? Dimanche. J'ai dimanche, j'ai après ça. Le mardi, c'est ça. Mercredi. J'ai 3 lives semaine, je crois, sur Fire Emblem. Fait que ça va probablement être 2 lives par semaine pour un autre Fire Emblem. Et les lives du vendredi matin vont être sur la Iron Man de Path of Radiance. Maniac Mode. Fait que j'espère que ça vous aura plu. Il devrait pas en avoir beaucoup pour le générique. Je vais vous laisser là-dessus. Je vais vous dire à la prochaine et ciao! In the day long past, a young man strode the land of Thalia. He was simple yet true, his deeds brave and noble. He ruined 2 races long at war, and healed the heart of a goddess long gone mad. Ask any any you met, be they young or old, be Archelagus, of a hero named Ike, and you'll receive a warm smile, and a tale or two of faith and courage and honesty. The end. This door. Au début, parce que les lives me permettaient de faire plusieurs chapitres à la fois. Non, je pense que juste vous finir ça là. Du coup, vous avez pas nécessairement besoin de voir le reste. Ben, quoi que, pour ceux qui veulent voir les stats de mes personnages, je me demande combien de kills, du coup, Mia a fait. Iliana aussi, elle a dû avoir fait beaucoup de kills. Leonardo a quand même eu le temps de faire 30 kills. Juste 62 kills pour Mordecai, me serais attendu un peu plus. Voyons voir le top 5. Sachant que, du coup, elle a fait 79 kills. Gatry a fait 80 kills. Ike avec 86 kills. Eliana avec 106 kills. Et Mia, je dis 128 kills. 130 kills. J'étais pas loin. Et 230 batailles. C'est l'un des seuls personnages que j'ai atteint niveau maximum avec. Si c'est pas le seul. Bon. Du coup, ben, je vais m'arrêter là. J'espère que ça vous aura plu. Je vous dis à la prochaine, puis ciao.